It's necessary to say the truth. You may wonder how to say whether someone tells the truth or lies. So what are a truly truthful person's habits and traits? This is why we find it difficult to point it out. Everyone is lying. You probably lie without realizing it, even though you think you're an honest person, every day. If a friend buys a food and asks you if you liked it, you might say yes, even if your food was cold and tasteless, out of a desire to save people's feelings. You are lied 200 times a day on average. One research showed 40% of adults fiber in small forms at least once a day. Won't use the word honestly if you talk to a guy who, honestly, or, to tell the truth, they lie to you. They're lying. This phrase may be frank or plain, but it's a dead letter to dishonesty. Liars often use sentences like, to be honest, or, let me be honest with you, to encourage their listeners to be honest. The speaker is discredited by such a qualifying language and exposes his deception. Clear convictions. An honest person has a good system of confidence. They have a fairly rock-solid moral and values and don't care to talk about it. People like this are often trying to get a job with the way they think, so this means that they can't do their job well enough. This honesty will at first take employers with dignity, but after hiring an honest person they value this mentality. The organization typically profits from getting someone who is sometimes contrary to the majority. This strong conviction is not only beneficial for people at work, but also helps to exclude the wrong people for partnerships and many other circumstances. Their skin is thick. If you are honest, you have a thick skin, not literally. But like this, they must be. Why does this happen? It's because even people who say the truth don't want to. The truth can be surprising to people with secret fear, as the truth goes against the entire face of a pretending unsafe person. Watch out when dangerous people try to protect themselves. They can be volatile and violent and verbally. Truth tellers use their strong skin to protect them and retain peace of mind. I'll tell that this thick skin has to develop occasionally over time by an honest person. You may not first have it, and you may be injured when you say the hard facts. Normal tone of voice in conversations. Liars change their voice. When they talk, they can get louder. The more you talk, the louder you get. Or, as if they tell you something in confidence, they will lower their voices. It's like the individual feels defensive, and their pitch shows that while they're still lying. When someone does this, it's a dead gift, so don't believe it. You will find an honest person in talks because their voice is clear throughout the entire debate. They appeared rude. Often an honest person is like a mean person. And they typically say the raw truth when you ask them a question. Many tellers of truth don't attempt to coat the truth in order to shield your sentiments. You're going to just finish and get the real details you need. If you ask them a question, brace yourself for what may be a difficult reality. It might sting, and some of the rudest people ever seem to them, but it'll be honesty. No clearing throat. Honest people use a natural voice tone before they respond without permanent throat clearing or swallowing. A person who always clears his throat, possibly lies to you before he answers your question. He's probably nervous to lie, and his throat can get dry, so he needs to cough or clear his voice to speak. Standard mouth looks in conversation with you. Honest people keep their mouths regularly. A dishonest person bags his lips in chat or spreads his mouth. You could get a fake or half smile. The eyes, not just the mouth, have a genuine smile. If an individual smiles, wrinkles appear at the edge of his eyes that are called the crow's feet. A fake smiling person smiles with his mouth only and not his eyes. 8. Do not give you a great deal of details. Often they repeat their questions back to you when a person lies to you. They are going to send you lots of needless data, as if you are overloading your lies with facts. These are subtle, but clear signs that the person with you is not truthful. You are standing still and waiting to get a response they think you're going to believe. This is a classic lying sign. 9. The right amount of eye contact. At times, the eyes have the power to tell extreme things, particularly whether they say the truth or not. I guess liars have a hard time maintaining an eye contact when I think about it, but it turns out it is the opposite. In this regard, attention should be paid to the eye contact that a person has, with regard to it. If the eye does not seem like an entire look down, and rather the moments of the eye contact, accompanied by looks away, it may be an indication that they are genuineness. In this sense, the lines are more likely to have contact with the eye than with true individuals. 10. They don't touch nose a lot. Look at the hands of the guy. Do you reach up and touch your nose while you talk? According to Dr. Alan Hirsch from the Smell and Taste Treatment and Testing Foundation in Chicago, nose touching is a sign of fibbing. This is due to certain tissues in the nose that normally swallow up when a person lies, releases histamine, and scratching the nose. Take this as a positive sign if the person doesn't touch his nose at all. Now that you are taught about some of the narrative signs that someone is honest, happily unexpectedly, you may discover that those around you are true more than you thought. We know that not all people are necessarily going to say the truth, but we can at least discern when stories, claims and big, OL fibs are more easily recognized.